All right, Nolan, show him how it is.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
This is a Garrett turbocharger that I bought for $2,300.
And this is a TD05 20G turbocharger that I bought for $230.
$230. But just because this thing is 10 times more expensive than that thing, is it really 10 times better?
We're gonna install these turbos on our Subaru WRXs. We're gonna get some dyno numbers, then we'll go head to head at the track.
And hopefully make a little bit of more power, baby. Does more expensive mean more better?
Let's find out.
Welcome to Donut.
It's my boss.
We bought two nearly identical Subaru WRXs and we've been modifying them to be time attack cars.
Well, technically you wrecked one and then we had to buy a third.
One car gets expensive parts.
And one gets the cheap parts. Then we test them to find out which parts are worth spending your hard-earned money on.
Now, so far we've installed coilovers, tires, seats, and brakes. And these mods alone have improved all of our lap times dramatically.
All without adding any additional horsepower.
But all that changes today, baby. The formula is simple. A bigger turbo sends more air into the engine. More air lets you burn more fuel, which means more boom boom, which means more freaking power.
And ideally, that means faster laps. It's a lot of bubble wrap, James.
It is. I paid extra for that.
Oh. Again with the slimy bag. Was your bag slimy?
No. Our kit is obviously a lot more comprehensive. We have tons of fittings, hoses, and lines where Nolan did not.
We're gonna have to source hardware. We're gonna have to get creative. We're gonna have to figure things out. One thing that does give me some hope is that we're not turboing naturally aspirated cars like we did with the Z's a few years ago. These are cars that have already been turboed from the factory.
Yeah, they're factory turboed cars, known for reliability and handling tons of boost without any problem. So, what could go wrong?
F everything. F this. Our goal right now is obviously to make more power. Currently, low car is making 223 horsepower, not bad.
And high car is making a mind-blowing, blistering 190? Bruh. She's healthy. So with those as our baseline, let's get these installed and see who ends up adding the most.
Mo power, baby.
More power, baby.
Okay, we got some parts to install. So the first thing we gotta do is take off some of the old parts, as you might expect.
Stock intercooler officially off.
Intercooler piping. Intercooler piping. Heat shield, heat shield.
Exhaust officially off. EOO. Ew.
Anytime you take the exhaust off a car, it's a good idea to turn it on and see how it sounds. How'd it sound? Well, you know, you f around, you find out.
There we go. Turbo. Won't need that anymore.
Turbo officially off.
Turbo officially off.
2.
Joe, is your car leaking?
Hey, man. Yeah. So what?
There's literally nothing we could have done about it.
There is nothing.
So how does a turbo work?
The turbo is a pretty simple but very cool thing that makes a lot of horsepower. It's all about airflow. First off, you've got exhaust gas coming out of your engine and into the exhaust inlet on the turbo. And that spins up a little fan inside the turbo. And that fan spins another fan on the other side called the cold side, and that fan sucks air in. And then it compresses it in this housing. And then it shoots it out the air outlet and into your engine at an increased amount of air to make a bunch of power. It's really simple, it's really cool, and it makes cool noises too. This car is an economy car and it came with a turbo so that it could have decent power while maintaining good gas mileage. But this turbo's an upgrade because it's bigger, it flows more air.
I am scared that once we throw this thing on, throw a lot more boost at this thing.
You're just gonna blow the engine up.
Yeah.
Immediately.
This isn't the healthiest engine to begin with, and these engines in general have a reputation for blowing up. We've already blown one up. This whole season's a wash. For those of you who have been following along with this series, you know that this is our second car. It was unavoidable. We just needed to buy another one. I'm beginning to think that I'm unqualified to do this. Broke the car real bad.
I'm starting to get hurt feelings about it. I don't know what I did to the car gods, but
Yeah, we're gonna blow this thing up. Cars are pain. Get a Cars Are Pain shirt at donamedia.com.
There we go. Nice. All right, all the old stuff's out of the car. It's time for the new stuff to go in. I do have some concerns with this kit. I have never worked on a Subaru before, and it's a lot different than a traditional engine. The engine itself is way down low in the engine bay. All the intake stuff is up top. This is gonna be a real learning opportunity, I think. I think the best way to learn about your car is taking it apart and putting it back together again, as we've done many times on this show. Right now, after our last tuning session or dyno session with this car, this thing makes 223 horsepower. What do we want to make, like 300 horsepower?
I want to make 350.
350.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot in this thing. That'd be a rocket. I think 300 is a nice, safe target, but 350 would be awesome.
Yeah, we're going for that cool number. Now, I think high car will make a little bit more, have the ability to. I think they might touch about 400.
Yeah.
Hey, quiet.
But how reliable will that 400 be?
Yeah, you wanna hear my impression of a high car? That's what our motor sounded like when we blew it up.
you can't just swap out your old turbo with a new, bigger turbo and call it a day. I mean, you could, but that is not a good idea. To take advantage of your new upgraded turbo, you'll need to upgrade several other components. We call those supporting mods. So in our case, we've got 12 additional supporting mods that we're gonna be installing to each car. High Team spent $8,600 on them, while Low Team only spent $5,200. And we could have spent way less on Low Team supporting mods, to be honest, but we really want to compare the turbos themselves against each other, and we don't want the low turbo to lose out just because we bought the cheapest injectors that we could find. Number 1 and 2, a bigger intake and inlet pipe. If we were to leave our stock intake on, our new turbo wouldn't be able to breathe well enough. It'd be like going for a run while breathing through a straw. Number 3, a bigger intercooler. An intercooler increases the density of the air going into the engine. The cooler you can get the air, the denser it will be. Moving it to the front and away from the heat of the engine will expose it to more airflow and should help cool down all of our charged air. Number 4, injectors. We're gonna be pumping more air into the engine, so we need to pump in more fuel to make use of it. 5, fuel pump. New bigger injectors aren't any good unless you can pump enough fuel to them. Number 6, blow-off valve. The factory diverter valve wouldn't be able to handle the higher level of boost that we're gonna be making, and our new blow-off valve is gonna sound way cooler. Number 7, 8, and 9, headers, downpipe, and exhaust. Everything's about airflow, so headers, downpipe, and exhaust should allow more efficient flow on the exhaust side of our turbo system, letting our turbo spool faster and sound way better.
On high car, we've got equal length headers, and on low car, unequal length headers. Unequal length headers give you that traditional Subaru sound, that burble, and so while it does sound cool, equal length headers are generally better for making power.
Number 10, a tune, and in this case, a cob tune. You can add all these upgrades to your car if you want, but if you don't tell your car's computer what to do with them, you're not gonna get much out of them. Number 11, a bigger clutch. If you're sending more power through your drivetrain, you're gonna want a higher capacity clutch so it doesn't slip, or in our case, probably shatter. We've already done that as a bit of preventative maintenance, just for good measure, you know? And number 12, boost controller. This is gonna let us more finely control our maximum boost and how it comes on. Now, there's a couple of other upgrades beyond this that you might consider, like maybe a whole new transmission or a standalone ECU, coil packs, spark plugs, but for the most part, those 12 things that we listed should let us make really good, hopefully reliable power with our big new turbo.
It's bad. It's all bad. Oh, look at all those moths. Yeah.
Oh,
We've got our new parent intercooler mocked up.
Like a glove. You know, you really appreciate when parts fit really well.
Yeah, good fitment is nice.
I'm just underneath here in a weird position. Oil's dripping on me. We'd have some missing hardware. No instructions included. Cars are pain, and I'm in pain right now. That make it worse somehow? We're having to use some of this janky ass hardware to make this clear and not bang against the frame of the cars. Oh yeah, I think all this black is gonna have to come out. Huh?
Yeah.
The last time I had to cut some body work, we got the handsome Squidward nose on low car, the drift car. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that. I think it's cool. I think. Look at that. It's out of here. It's definitely hitting there.
Still hitting.
Yeah, so needs more off the bottom. Damn it. Just needs a little bit. Man, if I don't get this trimmed, my girlfriend's gonna leave me. That fits, and that fits. Hey, that looks like a beaver. You can drive that to the Buc-ee's parking lot and they think this is a promotional car now. Man.
Okay, now that we got our manifold here, we think there might be a clearance issue with our oil cooler here. Yeah, she's mashing the filter. So we're gonna have to figure something out about that. Come to papa.
That oil is dark.
It is pretty thick.
Ooh.
Hey, we got sparkly oil again.
Shut up. Oh yeah, that's not great. I can feel the friction.
Yeah, I know, I can feel the grit, dude. We have sparkly oil, which means there's metal in it, which probably means rod bearings.
Again. That's right, metal in our oil. Metal in your oil can mean a lot of different things. The metal in our oil seems to have been coming from our rod bearings, and that means one thing: we have to get our engine swapped again. If that wasn't bad enough, Low Team found metal in their oil as well, meaning both of our cars are officially out of action.
We will rebuild, and we'll be back. And then we'll blow them up, and then we'll rebuild. And then we'll be back. And we'll do that for the rest of our lives. Because we're Subi boys now.
If you'd like to save a Subaru, go now to donutmedia.com, make a donation by buying one of our t-shirts, and that money will go directly to one of these piles of shit.
Okay, so we are up at Roberto's shop. It's only been 2 days since the discovery of all the metal in the oil of both Subarus, and he's made a lot of headway in that short amount of time. He's got both engines out of both cars, already replaced the short blocks, had the heads machined, put them back together, now he's working on the timing components. So I'm just here trying to do what I can. Brought Jerry along as well. We're gonna bolt some things to these engines, try to get our exhaust manifolds on, our fuel injectors in, and whatever we can do without impeding Roberto's work.
Look at this gunker.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's nasty.
These cars are not in the best shape.
Well, I got them nice.
But they're gonna be.
Put your finger in there.
Ah!
But that's squeaky clean. Dude.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Good on you, buddy.
Does this get gross too, you think, in here?
Probably not as bad.
Should you blow through it?
You probably should.
Put your mouth on it and blow it all out?
We just have greased mustaches now.
It's turbo time.
Easy as that, Jerry.
And that's how it's done, baby.
This is cheating. This is absolute cheating, Nolan. Your cheap stuff didn't come with instructions. That means you don't get instructions.
No, I do. I just have to steal them.
Take a brain screenshot. You can't take a picture. All right, so we are back from Roberto's and the cars look great. I am starting to feel some faith in my loins. We've only got a few things left to do, like install our piping, and we're off to the races.
Dak, you're putting in a lot of work. You're putting in a lot of nice parts onto this car.
That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we made it 7, 8, 9 miles.
I feel like that's where that goes. With no instructions, we're not really sure which couplers go where, so we've been having a bear of a time trying to get this last piece to work.
Beautiful.
That's so close, dude.
If this is all tied together and secure in the car, I think that's fine. It's really close. The margins aren't very big, but like, what do you think, Eddie? Is it clear?
I don't know, keep going.
It's resting on something. Oh no.
There you go, Nolan Baramo, rip that out.
Because Low Team has such cheap intercooler piping, the fit was pretty rough. We're not gonna have to worry about that.
Perfect. Great fitment.
We've got an intake. Maybe. That's real mechanic stuff right there.
So we've got all the intercooler piping in. Now it's just the odds and ends, the bits and bobs. Okay, crank position sensor is on. Battery's good, nice and tight. Got the boost controller installed in the stock location, which is the same one that's on high car.
We've got our new pump assembly all together. New filter, new pump, new sock. Now we just gotta put it back in the tank. It's time for the pièce de résistance, the blow-off valve. We've got this sick little Greta unit. It looks awesome and it should install pretty easily.
Man, I hope this thing starts up.
A lot of trepidation right now. There's always a tense feeling before you fire a motor up for the first time. We've been through a lot with this engine. You know, we started 2 weeks ago, so we've just put a lot of work into it. So without further ado, let's have Justin fire it up. Everything. This. Pretty rich, it's running really rich. Definitely needs to be tuned, there's a lot of smoke. That means there's too much fuel in the mixture. We're gonna have to tune that out. But the wheels spin, that's good. Look at that.
Fingers crossed, boys. Huh. What's that supposed to go to?
Okay, looks like our crank position sensor's unplugged.
That's okay, no big deal, you know? There's a lot of work done. Can't expect everything to be put back together. See if she starts. Come on, fuel. Hey, she runs. Sounds pretty good. That's just downpipe. I still have to put the exhaust on, but you gotta hear it.
No leaks, so that's good.
Okay.
So at this point, we would usually just put these cars on a trailer, take them to the dyno, get them tuned, and be done with it. But we have those fresh short blocks, so we need to break them in with about 600 to 800 miles of driving. To do that, we need to make them operable with this, a Cobb access port. It's got tunes already loaded on it. These are what really take the WRX to the next level. We plug it into the car's OBD2 port, and we'll be able to get it in a state where we can at least put it around and break in the engine before we get it tuned properly. This is a super popular product. Apparently super easy to use, so easy that I could use it. So let's put that to the test.
We must hack the mainframe.
It's been 2 weeks and 2 engine rebuilds, but both cars are now running with big turbos on them. How do you feel? I was going for the slap.
I feel great, very relieved. I'm so glad that both cars are running.
Let's break them in, let's dyno them, make big power, and then make fast laps.
For the first time ever, it has rained in Southern California, so we are waiting for the track to dry. But Adam got the cars tuned and dynoed yesterday, and at this moment, none of us know the final power numbers. Our producers have given the guys 6 digits that make up both high and low cars' new peak horsepower, and the guys are gonna try and put them in the correct order while I tell you about today's sponsor, eBay Motors. eBay Motors is the go-to online marketplace to get the right parts at the right price for whatever you drive. eBay Motors has a massive inventory fit for cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, snowmobiles, and more. And because it's eBay Motors, each part is covered by their simple money-back guarantee. You get the part you ordered or your money back. It's that simple, whether your budget is high or low, get parts you can trust at eBay Motors, or just click the link below. Okay guys, time's up. Okay, time to reveal the official horsepower numbers. $320 turbo versus $3,200 turbo. Remember, our stock cars made 224 horsepower, and after bolting on the unbelievably cheap $320 turbo, low car has made
324 horsepower.
324 horsepower. And after $3,200 worth of turbo parts, high car now makes
405 horsepower.
405 Subaruian horsepower. And now, what you guys have waited this whole video for, let's go race these things. It's all gonna come down to this, a good old-fashioned drag race. This is for all the beans, weeks of work. $3,200 turbo versus $320 turbo. Does more expensive mean more better?
They've got 80 horsepower on us, but we haven't really launched these cars. We don't have a lot of experience with that, so anything could happen right now. All right, Nolan, show them how it is.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god, dude!
No way. This looks fast.
Dude, that's gonna come down to the footage.
That was really close.
That is a legit photo finish, boys. That's about as close as you can get.
Definitely bungled the launch there.
Oh, we launched like shit too.
You guys want a rematch?
Yeah.
Definitely rematch.
Dang, they got me on the launch. That was pretty impressive on low car's part.
Now Nolan's got some practice and he's going to destroy high car.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, knock it out! Bye-bye! Bye-bye, boys! Bye-bye, boys! That's what I'm talking about! More expensive does mean more better. $3,200 worth of turbo parts, obviously, is better than $320.
I messed up the launch that time pretty big.
It's all right, best 2 out of 3.
No one wants to go best 2 out of 3?
Yeah, we should.
Let's do it. We've always been known to be gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Not even a question. Dude, right out of the gate, just smoked him.
That was the best launch yet. That thing, dude, scooted out of there.
Now I'm wondering how y'all messed that first one up.
That's called the art of deception, my dude.
It's called sandbagging. Get used to it.
So, gentlemen, does more expensive mean more better?
Technically, yeah.
I'd say yeah, it's pretty obvious. Thanks for watching this video. Everything else on Donut, hit that subscribe button and make sure you don't miss anything. If you like this video, check out all the other videos we made about these cars and all the other cars we build. We put stuff up all the time. Go to donutmedia.com, get yourself some merch, support ebaymotors.com. Go make some videos with your friends. Go work on a car.